Hello and welcome back to this channel. I'm here to bring you the word of encouragement. I'll be reading from John chapter 17 verse 10. And then I will also link that with one parable that we all know. John 17:10 reads and says, "All I have is yours," Jesus was saying and telling his disciples as he prayed for them. "All I have is yours, and all you have is mine, and glory has come to me through them." We also see this exact same words told in Luke chapter 15, verse 31. This is the ending of the parable of the lost son, or parable of the prodigal son. And here we hear the father of the prodigal son speaking to the other son, the one who was already in his premises. It says, "My son," the father said, "you are always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad because this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." He's speaking, probably just to give it a bit of context. In verse 28, we see the older brother coming and becoming angry and furious because the father to the prodigal son decided to throw a party when the prodigal son returned. And the older brother, verse 28, became angry and refused to go into that party. So his father went out and pleaded with him, but he answered his father, "Look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your orders. Yet you never even gave me a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But when this son of yours, who has squandered your property with prostitutes, comes home, you killed the fattened calf for him." He was furious. He was angry with this son, with his father, because he was wondering, I've always been here, but you've never thrown a party for me. You've never given me a signet ring. You've never clothed me like you clothed him. But one thing that I got, and probably you've had before, and so I'm just here to remind you, is in this story, just as a side lesson from learning how God's arms are open wide for us, even when we come from the deepest and the dirtiest of places, is that we are fully sponsored. We are fully sponsored because once you have Christ in you, he says to his disciples, and he says to you today, that all I have is yours, and all you have is mine. And that's what this father told this son, that all I have is yours. So what he meant by that is that I have been here, and you have also been here. So if you wanted a fattened calf, you would have gone to the farm, to the sheep pen or goat pen, killed one, slaughtered one, and called all your friends, and my blessing would have been on you, because it's my goat, then it's your goat, because that's how property is. Even in today's context, what the father has is what the son has as well. If a father has a car, then the son might also take the keys, of course, with permission, and go drive around, gather his friends, and then they can hold a party somewhere, of course, with the father's blessings. And he didn't realize that all that the father had was his as well. And that's what I'm here to remind you today, because we know sometimes we're looking at other people being blessed in church, and you're wondering, hey, kwani this guy is now alikuja tu juzi, what am I doing wrong? I've been in church for 17 years, been singing uko, reciting the Apostles' Creed, but I've never gotten something for myself. But what Jesus is telling you, and God is saying today, is that all he has is yours. So if you need to get a fattened calf for yourself, you might as well go ahead and do it. And I'll just pose one more question to you as I end. When was the last time you took advantage of the sponsorship that you have from God, of the favor and the grace that you have from God? Taking a risk, asking for something crazy. I was listening to something Steve Harvey was talking about. Sometimes we're praying for rent. He's always provided rent. Why don't you pray for something like a mortgage? That was his example. I'm just giving you an example of what I might ask. Probably I pray for 5K to get and do a certificate course. Why can't I just pray and ask God for a full sponsorship of a master's degree or even a PhD? Because he can do it. He's done it before, and he's always going to be able to do it. There's abundance. in God, and there's abundance in how He even gives it to us. So as you go on into the week, as you battle on, just remember that you are fully sponsored, that all that God has is yours, and that whenever you need to get something, even out of the ordinary, He's able to do it. He's able to give it to you. So be blessed and have a good week ahead.